Jay from Team DMA. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So today is Thursday, November the 16th, 2023, and we're going to be discussing two profiles. Let's get through this quickly, as you know how I like to do with videos. So we're going to be talking about two profiles. They're going to be a combination of two things for it to qualify. One of them is it has to be popular, but the other one also it has to be success. It has to have some success, some wins in order to qualify, because I don't want to go through any deck that's trash, or SHIT, because it's just pointless, a waste of time, misguiding the community. So this is the preferred one. We're going to be running a poll if you guys like to vote for it. But I can tell you right now, this is going to win, because there's no way anything else is going to win, because on my channel, I have a little bit of subscribers and everyone loves this profile. When I do it, when I cover it, everyone's on it. So we're going to be discussing it, and then we're going to be going on to the next one after this. So branded bestial dark magician. So in general, it's actually just a branded dark magician, but I mean, splashing some bestial does work, and people who tried it know very well that it's strong. You have the two dark magician and then the United Dragon, Lobelion. You got the Baldrake, just where Magnuma, and then the Saranir with the Dark Magician Girl, the Lubers, the what's it called, the Abbas with the three rod, which people usually cut rod out, or they'll just put it at one with the three Magician Souls, the two Illusion, which people are switching over to the three. I play two, but yeah, people like to play three. And then you got the branded Regained, and the circles, which people like at once, Salvation, branded, which I usually see them play around two or three of them. And then you have the Dark Magic Attack, Preparation, Secrets, and you got the Soul Servant, two Super Poly, and then the branded as iffy. You can either play them or not, or just one Eternal, and you have room for some other cards. Usually what they put here are three infinite impermanents, imperms, and then you have the extra deck. You can take a look at that. I'm not going to talk about it. So when you see this profile here, you can clearly tell, like, oh, okay, this profile is from the master duel, because you have the one of ratios and stuff like that. But this is just a quick overview of kind of what it looks like and what people are playing, and it does fairly good. Now, we know people are locals, and people have actually taken it to YCS events, and this is the preferred one. And like I said, this one is definitely, because it doesn't have the Dragoon, and some of the cards are one of, like the Verte, we know, is banned, and then one branded, we know that they have three. So, but this is just covering a quick installment of the profile, so we can kind of take a look, and it's all about what works, because sometimes people ask me, like, what do you think of this, or what do you think of that? And I'm just very honest, you guys. I tell you, you know what? It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter my opinion, because that's the truth. The only thing that matters is, does it work? Does it win duels? That's all it is. People have this notion that I hate the profiles and stuff like that. None of that is true. The reality is, as long as you're not a crybaby and making up fake cards, and you have actual cards, a real deck, and you're winning, then that's all that matters. I mean, because are you playing to lose, or are you playing to win? So I would suppose you're playing to win. So if the deck works, there's nothing for me to say. The deck and the duel and the duelist speak for itself. Me, I'll just keep quiet. It doesn't matter, right? If they won or they lost, that's up to them. Now, when I see something that's like way off, and I see them misguiding the community, I'm going to say something that works, and that's all there is to it. So that's going to be pretty much for the Dark Magician branded Bestial. All it is the Dark Magician, some engine of it, and then you got the Bestial splashed with the branded in it, and you have to deal with three variations of decks, which is normal. People who hate on, oh, it's not a pure Dark Magician, all that, they probably don't win against top tier, because even I play Dark Magician branded, and I mix it up with the extra deck, and I can set up about 10 negates. And you see me duel, you see me duel with it. You see me stop first place nationals, YCS, first what is it, top tier first top tier 0, tier 0, and tier 1 decks, and basically it works. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing much to say. This is pretty strong, though. I mean, it's pretty strong. People can argue, but it's pretty strong. So it does work. We can elaborate later going onto these profiles and making a special video for them. But for right now, I just want to cover it and talk about the two. So we're going to be moving on to the next one. Here's another similar, and I believe this guy beat locals and he did good at a regional, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen it, to be honest with you, but I did see it come out on when you look up the profiles, and they come out as topping and then also doing some good locals. This is similar to the AC-130, but I don't have the Kurikara, and I also don't have the Red Ice Fusion. I don't have those, but everything else is very similar. And we're going to be moving on to the next profile. Like I said, this one just wanted to cover it. Then this one being Loza's new profile that he tried. So in case you didn't know, this is the Dark Mission Dogmatika. So Dark Mission Dogmatika was actually the first deck that actually saw some success at locals and doing a lot of work, and a lot of in and outs. And then you see the Dogmatika splashed in on the branded and a lot of different variations. And all that happens is you're playing the engine. If it gets stopped, you switch into the other one, and then they fuse together, and it works pretty good. And then once your opponent like ashes something, you can open up the other one. That's the main thing of the deck. I wanted to cover it and not say much about it because, like I said, it doesn't matter what I say, what I think. I think he did second place, so I mean it works, and he knows how to play it. But the thing is, um, about these decks, people arguing like, oh, they're not playing enough of the Dark Mission or whatever. Like I said before, the truth is you have to be competitive. And the people are wondering like, what do these decks do? And like I said, we're going to go in depth on a future video on the profile, and I'll be pulling like other profiles, like some of the regional ones that made it, and we're gonna be discussing what the heck does the deck do? Like, hey Jay, what is the purpose of the deck? There's actually about only 2 or 3 purposes. Once you get rid of that, the decks die. So I don't want to sound negative, or I don't want the Dark Magician community to be angry because, oh, Jay's giving all the secrets away, now they're gonna murder her deck. I just want to be honest with people and show you how weak some of these combos are. They just make it seem like it's strong, but it's actually very weak. You just have to elaborate and talk about how to stop them, and you can see all sorts of these styles of decks being stopped easily by like tier 1 style decks. And there's some live duels that you can see, and we can cover that too. So I'm not SHIT on any of the profiles or any of the deck, but I'm just saying they are very easy to stop, and I am going to be covering that also, but then also discussing a little bit in depth the deck. But those are the two profiles. We have the Dark Magician branded, which is splashed with the Bestial, and then we have this one that it would be a Dogmatika Dark Magician. To be honest with you, I would actually include some of the Bestial for backup, and I'll be discussing that later on the video. But definitely decks that work, that are winning locals, and they're doing fairly okay YCS events. And as you can see, they usually have splash somewhere around 2 to 3 engines, which is normal. You can do more than that. There are people playing like 4, but to be honest with you, for the most general part, you're doing about 2 to 3. That's how my deck works, and it works fine. And then a lot of other decks that are having success as well. So congratulations to Loso for getting second on his locals. And Dogmatika is one of those older decks that people keep going back to and relying on when nothing else works. And if you know how to play it, well, it works. And they are pretty strong. You just got to know how to play around it or against it. And that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to go check out the polls and vote on it so we can go on depth. Whichever one wins, we'll go on depth of that one first. I'll be discussing some special points and then how to break this deck. If the Dark Machine community is like, Jay, shut up, don't tell them how to murder this deck easily, like, then I guess I won't uncover it. But for people who want to know, you can let me know in the comment section, and I'll tell you. They're very easy. All you have to do is look at them when they go to YCS. There's about 2 or 3 cards that you play, and then the decks die. Dark Machine, and it has more potential, and it's very, very good if you know how to play it. But it does have a limit, like most of these profiles. I personally prefer more of the branded Bestial Dark Magician. Is more potent, more powerful. I've played it before, and it does well. But I like my AC 130 because once I get into tier 1, tier 0, that you can't play your spells anymore, no special summons, these decks die. And that's why I created the AC 130, because none of those cards affect it. Draw or anything they do, dimension barrier, shifter, none of that stuff works on my deck. But they're good. And congratulations to Loza, and congratulations to everyone who is not giving up on Dark Magician. And they're good profiles, both the Dark Magician branded Bestial, which is my preference. That one I would lean to more, and then this one, the Dark Magician Dogmatika. And we're going to be taking a in-depth look later as we see the votes in a few days. We'll try to do it after 5 days. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share. Any questions or concerns, let me know on the bottom. And with that being said, you guys hopefully you liked the video, and Dark Magic Attack.